Welcome to Profits in Practice, the podcast where medicine meets money. I'm Sarah Webb, Managing Director of Webb CFO and Financial Strategist for Physicians. I'll be breaking down the numbers, decoding the tax code, and helping doctors build lasting wealth, one episode at a time. So I've always been interested in numbers. Even as a small child, I took a high interest in math, but what I call not calculus, like really just adding numbers together. In fact, when I was really little, my mom would help us pick out from a catalog our Valentines for the year. And I always picked a checkbook. And so it would be a little checkbook and I would write to such and such, hugs and kisses. And it was exactly like a check. And so I just took a high interest in all things money. I didn't really realize until I went to college that other families were not discussing the same things my family did. I also invested in the stock market, which was limited to in Disney. And I would go and look at the newspaper and invest my $20. And my broker, who was my father, would take my money and then we would start watching and tracking the newspaper. Invariably, I would need that $20, a few weeks later, and we would have to figure out how much I gained or lost. And then he would charge me a broker fee. So I never got back all of my money. And so those were the types of conversations we were having at my house. And so I majored in accounting, worked at PricewaterhouseCoopers for a few years doing tax returns. I didn't love tax returns. I wasn't the greatest at them. And so I then worked at a local company, Alcon, a pharmaceutical that focused on eye care. And through that experience, really got to see how physicians' practices operated as we were working on our products. We talked to a lot of physicians as part of research of how are you using this product? How are you using this drug? And there's a lot of opportunity in physicians' practices just to be more profitable and more efficient. And so when I went out on my own, that was a natural connection because I knew that we could offer great service to private medical practices. Thanks for joining me on Profits in Practice. If you found today's episode helpful, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow physician. Your financial wellness is just as important as your patient's health, and we're here to help you thrive. Connect with us via our website at webbcfo.com. Thanks for joining us.